Yes, you did hear right. He said Lori Laughlin. And as you can tell, I'm not Aunt Becky. I'm not part of a college admission scandal. I'm Lori with an A. She's Lori with an O, as in oh crap, busted. So those of you, a lot of people don't know me around here. They're kind of like, you've been around, but who are you? So I just want to introduce myself a little bit. Like Lori Laughlin with an O, I also have 2 daughters. My first daughter, I birthed when I was 30 years old. That just kind of sounded like a nature documentary though, didn't it? The suburban mom births her daughter and immediately goes back to her natural habitat of asking to speak to a manager at coffee shops around town. Anyway, so my first daughter, or as I refer to her, the practice child, she was breech. And I don't mean like, breach the door, SWAT team, threw in a flashbang. No, she just didn't want to be born head down. So I should have known right from the start that she was going to be stubborn. With my second child, or as I call her, the for realsy one, she was 2 weeks late. She ended up larger than a Thanksgiving turkey. And I was in labor with her for 52 hours, only to have a second emergency C-section. So for any of you guys who aren't really sure what that's all about, it's like when the baby can't really come out the front door, so they cut a hole in the sidewall and pull it out that way. So I've pretty much always been a single mama. Well, I mean, there was someone once, obviously, twice. It's not like I went around looking for swimmers like a bad episode of American Pickers or anything. But the practice child's father and I split up when she was 5 weeks old. So it's not really that I'm single, it's just that I'm unmarried and I live with my 2 basset hounds. I mean, I'm not with my basset hounds. Come on, that's weird. Plus, they weren't looking to commit. So, actually, though, I do have someone special. I've known him for 14 years, and he's military. But because of his deployments, we're not even often in the same continent. No, I didn't say incontinent. That's something different. We're not often in the same country. But now I refer to him as just man because I think significant other just sounds goofy. And our combined age is 110, so boyfriend doesn't really quite work. So it's just man. And now that the practice child and the for realsy one are grown and flown, Man and I are thinking about maybe making it legal and settling in under the same roof. But we just don't want to rush into anything. I mean, how well do you really know anyone after only 168 months? So, yeah, there's that. And people see my red hair and they think I'm Irish. Actually, I'm Polish.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right here for the other Poles. When I was little, my dad taught me my first Polish phrase, and it's quote, cały dzień. And he said, oh, it's a nice way to say hello. So I said it to the kindergarten teacher, the eval lady, his co-workers, even to my grandma one day. I walked up to her and said, Babka, quote, cały dzień, which apparently means, Grandma, kiss my tushy. So yeah, thanks, Dad. No wonder I still have trust issues after all this. Yeah, people are still asking me, Lori Laughlin with an A, you're smart, you're funny, you're beautiful. How come nobody's put a ring on it? But I don't really listen to that because I just stopped listening after all those compliments. Anyway, so I told you how fabulous my father was. Anyone else here tonight from Generation Spare the Rod, Spoil the Child? Yeah, a few of us. If we didn't do as we were told, our parents paddled us up one side and down the other, one syllable at a time. Young lady, get over here. What did I... Yeah, I see some flashbacks. But I think kids were much better behaved 40 years ago than they are today. And I don't blame the kids. No. I think it's a parent issue. Like, our parents believe that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Today's parents believe in participation trophies. I mean, when I was little, I rode my bike down the street a couple of miles without a helmet, alone, with a note from my mom to buy her cigarettes. Today, parents, if you go on Amazon and give you some vape refills. I mean, anybody remember back in the 70s, if we were caught lying or saying a bad word or disrespecting our parents, we got our mouths washed out with soap. It must have been effective though, because kids would never dream of dropping an F-bomb or talking back to their parents like they do today. I remember one time I called my brother a bastard. I didn't know what it meant at the time, but when Dad got home from work, I actually tried to make it better, so I lied and I said that I called Michael a basket, because I was just so upset I called him a basket. So, yeah, I got to suck on a bar of Zest soap twice as long, once for saying that word, which I haven't used in like 45 years, and for lying about it, so bad flashbacks. But you know, we also play with click-clacks. Here, who remembers click-clacks? Heavy acrylic balls attached by rope for the sole purpose of banging them together as loud and fast as possible. Click, 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 click. That was it. That was like, click, 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 click. I mean, so there were shrapnel injuries before they were recalled. We survived. We survived. I mean, I think when I was little, I was afraid of things like getting into trouble with my parents or getting picked last for dodgeball. But today's kids are afraid of, what, getting their phones taken away, or what? I don't think they're really afraid of much of anything. Maybe having to go outside. I mean, I know, every generation thinks that they had it much worse than their kids do. But I have a hard time thinking, what will this generation possibly have to complain about to their kids? In my day, we actually had to push buttons on our phone before Uber Eats brought us our keto-friendly, gluten-free, roasted cauliflower tofu tacos. And you guys just have to make it in your 3D printer. That's crazy. Hey, speaking of tofu tacos, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm going to just finish up on this one little story, but did you know that in Michigan now, marijuana is legal? It is. I know. Some of you know that. Well, I'm about to lose my bloody mind every time I get behind Cheech and Chong when I'm driving. You know, if you want to smoke it or drink it or eat it or whatever you do to it, I am all about choice. God love you. It's legal. You have at it. But when you're on the road in front of me, I'm going to have a little bit of an issue with that. And if any of you know any redheads, that's not necessarily a good thing to do. I'm trying to really make the best of it, though. I mean, I thought of a couple positive things. Because of the potheads, we don't need to fix the potholes. Because if we're only driving 17 miles an hour, is there really need to raise the gas tax to fish down roads? No, see, so maybe that's a beneficial thing. What else is good about? Oh, okay, we can take the street light, the speed limit signs down. If we're only driving like we're in a school zone, we really don't need any speed limit signs anymore. 20-car pileups will probably be a thing of the past. We're going to have a hard time getting a 2-car pileup if you can't even get out of first gear. I mean, how hard is it to hit a Prius when you're going 4 miles an hour? But one of the problems I'm finding out, though, is that there's going to be a lot more road rage, because those of us who don't smoke the devil's lettuce, we're hopped up on our own drug of choice, which is caffeine. So if you're going to be taking your sweet old time, we're going to have some medical issues and aneurysms that are going to be the result of it. So, and we can't even go with the drive-thru anymore because you're all getting your munchies on and you're making us late. I mean, you see, we just really need to come together and find a way that we can all live in harmony over this. So anyway, I kind of feel a lot better that I was able to get that off my chest. I do want to ask one favor though. If you are driving while you're high, and for some reason you happen to look in your rearview mirror and see that there's a redhead in a Subaru behind you, if you could please just do me a favor, the gas is the one on the right. So if you could just step on it a little bit and go, go, go! Please, for the love of all these holy, go! And I'm going to go now. So thank you for your time.